maybe this is going to be your score. If it's a 0, it's going to be a 0. If it's a 1, you're going to be a 1. Okay? Now, I would like for you to go over these 3 sheets for now. Go on that, and this is what's my plan today. You were supposed to take the quiz. And if you look at it, this is Form A and Form B. You can have 2 forms, right, as a quiz. But this is my plan. I know how much responsible you are and how much you're kind to each other. And that was my thinking, is to do that, the first side, and just exchange your sheet with somebody else. You correct them. You correct your friend's sheet. And see what mistake you have. Like at the beginning, each one, you should work individually. You can't look at your friend's sheet. But after you finish, you give your friend your sheet and just exchange sheets, and he or she is going to score you. Is this, will I be counting those scores? No. I just want you to exchange ideas. Is that clear, guys? So these scores are not going to be graded. Like I'm not going to put them, no, nothing is going to be graded. It's going to be just a discussion between you and somebody else over that. It's a pretend quiz. It's not actual. Okay, got it? So this is basically what we're gonna. I want you to exchange ideas. Now, for whoever did not they don't have anything to do with me for previous test or quiz, they need to work on this and take it serious. It's like a quiz. But I'm gonna call up some people, give them the quiz or the test back, the previous test or quiz, to finish it or take it. So I'm going to go to Power School and see who did not take the quiz or didn't finish it. All right? So let's see. Let me take yes. You need to work on these green sheets for now.
Yeah, but we do side A or side B?
Side A for now. All right. Yes. You can use the calculators. That's not right. On the test was saying no calculators, you can use it. Okay, then please mark up here. Maximum.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Jamie. Where's Jamie?
Yeah. It's about 4 bottles of water in the middle of the night fun. You know what I mean?
James not here. Hey, no phones. Phone. Leonard, you heard me, right? This is the second one. Ben. Jennifer is not here. Lavana. Lavana, did you want to sit there? Savannah here. Natalie here? She's not? All right, Melissa here. Blessings. Let's see. First. I think everybody in this class except for Jose.
It's Park Smarter.
Mark, well, you need to work on your quizzes. Or did I give you a, this is the last one I have. Gustavo, why are you talking? Why are you here? Go back to the seat. Why do I move them away from you? Can you move them back and move them? Are you serious? You can use a calculator, guys. Don't worry about no calculator. You can use it. Yes. So,
So number 2, I looked at all of those. I don't know again, all of them.
oh, okay. Guys, let me give you a hint for the first one. What property of equality would you use to solve x divided by 4? How do I undo division? So this is the multiplication property. That's what you need to write. You don't need to solve, you need to name the property.
Oh, it's not done yet.
No.
Okay, I was thinking about that.
No. This is two. You got the 2 for each. So you were like, but this one, you did? What about this one? Is this? Okay. You have negative 2 times n over negative 3. The other one? Yeah, do this first. Finish this first. I'm leaving to do the other one. Okay. So you cover the variable. Continue. This is my. Oh, why did you add 3 here and 3 here?
Oh.
Okay.
Do it is.
Huh?
Thank
Look. Thank you. Oh, did you buy these for me? I appreciate it. Thank you so much. See, remember last year, and I'm going to tell you something personal about myself. I don't like to get gifts from other people.
Why?
Because they give me things I don't want to. I don't know. And I have extra, like in my house, I have many things I don't need. So I just put them in the garbage. Anyway, so I don't want that. I don't need that. Just pay attention. Patience. Usually when I get gifts, I give them away.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know anybody who would need them. What do I do with them? Throw them away. Anyway, so it was my birthday. And a student came to me and she said, Miss Rahmatullah, I got you a present for your birthday. Oh, God. Like, oh, thank you so much, honey. That's so nice. And I thought, and she gave me something. Of course, I have to be, she's 7th grade. You know, so cute. She gave me, and you know what? I opened her gift and I was so excited. You know what she brought me? Pencils. I needed the pencils for my students. I said, I love you. I love your gift. So lame. Because I had to buy these pencils like every time, and sometimes I forget. So I have to go
I
all
know
the
a
way
kid
to
that
Walmart
can't
to
keep a
buy these
pencil for
bags
more
for
than one
students.
class period.
And I ran out of them.
Not
So when she bought
Oh,
them,
yeah,
it
Max,
was
it's pretty
many.
rare
I
for
said,
Max
"Oh
to
my
hang
God,
on to a pencil
I
for
don't
more
need
than
to
a
work
day.
to go to Walmart to buy these pencils. So thank you so much, Tom. I appreciate it. This is my gift for today, my birthday gift. Okay. You know how to do those? Just try them. So the temperature was -5, and then was 43, so it went up and down. So what's the change? What do I mean change? All right. Guys, did you finish the front side?
Almost.
Come on, don't worry. Hey, we're gonna do it in a class. Then the back side is gonna be your responsibility. You need to solve and exchange with the student, okay? So let's do the front for now. Yes, what this? What do you do first? Add lead to both sides, right? Because you want to get rid of this minus 3. So what do? To undo minus? You add 3. You just focus on it. Yeah, and then did you finish the assessment? Did you like it? Oh, thank you. No, if you have the green sheet, you need to work on the green sheet now. Thank you.
What the?
Now you have a stroke. You need to turn it into an equation and solve it. Okay? Now, so this can be cells entering an additional items. And entry costs $4.75. And each additional item costs $1.50. Now, a customer pays something this month for every one entry and some additional items. Okay? Can you hear me? Hello, how are you? Okay. Marco, is this for Marco? Who is this? Who is this for?
Is it Marco?
Jose? Wait, no, it's not Jose, it's Joe.
Roll class, but ministry.
She says.
This is Taya. This is Taya.
Oh,
This is
okay, I
last
took
year.
this class.
Don't
I
come
don't
back.
appreciate it. I don't appreciate it. So how many did we take for application this much? So you start with the people with this, or teachers with which one? So how many did we take? Plus, some additional items. Each item costs $1.35. Do I know how many items we got? And some additional. How many entries?
No. No, I guess, no, I'm great, got it? Yeah, I'm just gonna like, make some more.
Your guy is goofy.
Good job, buddy. So then, oh, this one. Times X, because each item costs.
What did you come up with?
So times X.
Max,
Hey, come on,
Five
come
or
on,
four.
guys,
$5,
let's get
right?
serious. Max,
that's
you
good.
didn't take.
I knew it. You gotta divide it by $1.25 because they wanna know how many entrees. Or not entrees, how many additional items. So you got $5 divided by $1.25.
didn't take this one. I don't have a score.
For what?
We need to take this one, okay? Anybody? You need help?
I need help.
What property of equality will you use to solve x divided by 4? How do we end the division? So we say multiplication. That's it. We don't need to. So we subtract it. That's it. So you're supposed to. Are you serious?
Amanda, did you finish the first side? Both sides? Can you were supposed to do it so you can compare it with Amanda. Amanda's sheets. Now do it quickly. It's gonna go all over.
We're supposed to be doing this.
Yes. Hey, no, don't do this one. Do the test for now. Yep. Excellent. Good job. Did you get the same answer?
Yeah.
Where is I don't see anything. Wired. Who needs help? Who had a question? Finish.
Okay,
My brother's class.
No, I didn't say that. Well, I said you're keeping the. I mean, you're keeping. Wait, I gotta know. I wasn't.
I'm thinking about just taking off.
I look like I do that.
That's not like.
Class. That's it. Oh, you leave after this.
She's home, but I take my lunch, and then she just made my tea. So,
It's multiplication of the and multiplication.
So you have four class. Yeah, why did you have to do anything?
How?
Fourth hour. So you get lunch, then fourth hour. Last night.
but she just ran my brakes. Cause I don't get no
Are you finished, guys? For the first part?
Except for fourth hour.
You eat it with the cookies?
But you know, we can always 2 15-minute breaks.
All right.
One in the morning. You get that, like, no questions.
You don't have to go to advisory.
Should we go over the first side or we gotta do the second side?
Yeah. See, I'm gonna do this on the board now, the first side, front, okay, I'm gonna do Form A
So,
on the board. Then I expect you to do Form B by your own. It's gonna be very similar. Now, after the review, you're gonna know what to do, okay? Now, Andre, pay attention. For the first one, what property of equality would you use to solve x divided by 4? What do I do to undo division?
Multiplication.
So what do I call this property? Multiplication. Property of equality. equality. Okay. Today the board is not working. I don't know. It wasn't working first period. Hopefully it's gonna work now. I think it's working. All right. Now, what the property of equality would you use to solve x minus 2? Addition property. Excellent. Yes, it's working. Property of equality. Okay? Any question about naming the property or identifying the property? Okay, let's go down to the second section. And it says, solve each equation. So basically, the top ones, those are one-step equation. Okay. Now, for the first one, you have x minus 6 is equal to -1. How do I undo minus? And then add how much? Excellent. I'm going to add 6 to both sides. Okay? So this is the plus 6 because my point is to isolate this 6. I'm sorry, to keep it by itself. Now, minus 6 plus 6 cancel out. X equals, what's -1 plus 6? 5. Okay? Let's go to the next one. -4 times b is 32. How do I undo times? Divide by how much? -4. So I do divide by -4, divide by -4. Those guys cancel out. So b is equal to -8. Okay, how many of you got this right? Good job. Excellent. All right. Are you looking at my excellent?
No.
All right. Now, n divided by 4. Talissa, how do I undo division? By how much? By 4. Good. Multiply by 4. Do the same thing on the other side. Now, 4 went up, went down. Now, n is equal to how much? 48. Good. Yes, Renan. Right. Did you finish the one you have now?
No.
Finish it. Finish it first. Let's go to the third section. The third section is about solving two-step equations, okay? So, what's my method to solve this kind of equations? What do I do, Yasmin? What do I do? How do I start? I add 3. So basically what she did, she covered the variable and its coefficient. We have -3, so we add 3 to each side. Those cancel out. I have 2x in this side equals to 8. Now, how do I undo 2 times x? Divide by how much? 2. So x is how much? 4. Right? Go to the next one. Y divided by 3. Martha, how do I undo division? By how much? Oh, before I do this, what do I do first? Add how much? Good. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides. Guys, enough. Okay, so you have y over 3 is 7. Then Gustavo, what do? Good, I multiply by 3 because I'm dividing. So the inverse operation is 2 multiply. So y is 21. Amanda, now what? What do? Okay. Good, I'm gonna set 4.5 on each side. Okay. So 6x is what? Is 18. Then what do? Divide by 6, divide by 6, so x is 3. Any question, guys? Were these hard questions?
No.
Okay, let's go down to the last question. Now be careful because the back side you're gonna do it individually. Now, a cafeteria sells entree and additional items. Now, an entree costs $4.75, and each additional item costs $1.25. A customer pays $12.25 for what? For one entree and some additional items. He paid how much? Now, how many additional items were ordered? First of all, how do I set up my equation? What do I start with? Do I know how much did this person pay for everything? Do I know? So we're going to start with the total. Every time when you have a question like this, we have to start with the total. Now, let's go to the question and identify our variable. They said, how many additional items were ordered? Do I know how many additional items? I need to find it. I need to find how many additional items. So what do I put for it? If I don't know it, S. So I would say S is the number of additional items. All right? Now, look how we set up our equation. Andre, pick up, come on. I'm going to start with the total. So he paid $12.25 for what and what? He bought two things. He bought an entree and some items. So how many entree did he buy? One. This is for one entree. Do I know the price for that entree? $4 and how much? And 75 cents. Plus, he bought some additional items. Do I know how many items he bought? No, but I know each one costs how much? So what? 125. What do I place with it? Good, X. Okay. I start always in this kind of questions. I start with the total. I place the total. I see which one he paid for it once. So this is already given, which is here in this case the entree. Plus additional items. I know the price per item is $1.25, but I don't know how many items he bought. So if he bought one item, he pays how much? $1.25. If he bought two items, he pays 2 times $1.25, right? If he buys 3 items, he pays 3 times $1.25. If he buys X items, I don't know how many is that, what do? X times $1.25, which is the same as $1.25 with X. Okay? So this is how I could find this amount. Now we need to solve. Now this is a two-step equation. What do? How do I solve? Don't I cover the variable and with its coefficient? Now, what do I get rid of, Elias? What number should we get rid of first? Good. So I'm gonna subtract 4.75 from each side. Okay. Now those cancel out. So I have 1.25x is equal. What's 12.25 minus 4.75? It's 7.5. Then what do? Divide by 1.25. So x is what? 6 items. Can my answer be 6.5 or 6.4? No, we're talking about items. So you have to be reasonable. Your answer has to be reasonable when you get it. Okay? Any question, guys? Now do that back form or the back side. It's just similar. It's pretty similar. Okay?
I'm done.
Not. There.
Just on the top.
Are you finished?
I'm finished.
No. It's not like. Let's see if they were right.
But I'm not gonna write all that down.
Can you double check with him, see if he had the same answers from him and work with him? How long can you work with NLA?
I know the answer is 6, we can see all that, but I'm not writing all this.
Okay, that's fine. You need to do it here. You can do it to me. What do you add? 7? Yeah. Oh, you found the answer, right? Jamie, can you double check with me? So there are different answers. See why?
Alright. Go ahead.
For the last one.
That's mine. I got one. No, I wasn't too wrong.
How many kids fall asleep taking the test? It's pretty impressive. He really falls asleep taking the test.
You do need to
It's hard. It's locked out. It's a lot.
Hey, Yasmin, come double check your answer with Yasmin.
It's a lot.
This way?
A lot.
Who you are? That's not good. That's not respectful. And are you mature enough to tell him that that's not good, that's not right? I do not have a different name, mine is already posted outside. Yes, that's it.
We get over it. Oh, we got 4. It's a number.
Oh, that's, so Jamie, was your mistake?
No, it's my mistake.
Oh.
This is how we do it.
Yep. Just, we're gonna do it on the board now.
Well, silver hammer.
Remember. Okay. Now guys, did you finish the backside?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Oh yes, did you finish the backside, honey? Would you like to compare it with last time? I'm saying, did you finish his?
How old is your son?
Why are you asking about my son?
I'm just asking because I don't know if you.
He's
So
21.
you can ask about mine.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Yeah, he's 21.
I do. It's a Tuesday.
Yeah, start asking.
All right. Now, what the property of equality would you use to solve x plus 2? What quality is this? Or what property is this? Good. Subtraction property. Of equality. All right. Now, what the property of equality would you use to solve 4x? 4 times x? Division. Good. All right. Now, solve each equation. How many steps do we need to solve this kind of equations? For the first 3 equations. 1. So we have one operation and we need to undo this operation. So how do we undo, Donovan? How do we undo the first one? Good. I subtract 6 from each side. Isolate the variable, keep it by itself. Those cancel out. So y is -7. All right. Lavana, what did you do here, honey? 5. Excellent. You divide by -8. Now pay attention to the sign, guys. Some of you got b equals 4. Is this 4 or -4? Good. Because if you write 4 on the quiz, I give you a 0 because that question is worth 1 point. And I don't care about the number as much as the sign. Sign more important for me. And especially you have a calculator. Now this is n. Alias, what do I do? Good, I've done 6 both sides. So n is 66. All right. Now those are 2-step equations. So what's my method for this? I cover the variable and its coefficient and get rid of everything on the same side with the variable. So Renard, how do I start? How do I start solving? Gustavo, what do I do? Good job. I add 7 to each side. Those guys cancel out. I have 2x is 12. Okay. Then blessings, what do I do? Divide by how much? Excellent. So x is
2, 6. I got 6.
good.
I don't know.
But how'd you get 7 first?
What?
Like plus 7.
Because mine is 7. So I
Oh,
undo, right? I covered this one first. Then minus 7, so I add 7.
Oh, yeah.
All right, then Ali, how do I start solving here? Good. I add 3 both sides. So those cancel out. Now y over 3 is 7. Then what do I do?
It's
What
negative.
do I do next? Andre? Andre, come on. What do I do next? I have y divided by 3 is 7.
It's not 7.
How do I undo